competition behind him gives no signs of nearing the end of his amazing career.
Art Monk is now number one, the most prolific pass receiver in the National Football League's history. Touchdown, Washington Redskins.
This is Harry Hog Football, the original Redskins Fans podcast. On today's show, we talk about the debacle of a game between the Washington Redskins football team and the Cleveland Browns. This is much more live with Aaron and John. What's up, John?
Man,
what's up, everybody?
Aaron.
Welcome to Harry Hog Football, episode number 498, in which we get to talk about. Is this our
your
second?
dog?
This is our first debacle. What? Would you have considered last week a debacle? Not really. We just got beat.
Not really, because the Cardinals are really good. But
this week
the Browns,
was the first debacle of the year.
The Browns are really good, actually, as well. But that didn't matter. Dwayne Haskins just sucked.
They weren't that good in this game. They weren't that good. I've got one stat for you. 3 turnovers for 21 points.
Right, yeah. Plus he had that forced fumble where instead of taking off his helmet and hitting him in the head with it, Myles Garrett just like tucked the ball away from him like he was like, picking up a baby. He was just like, whoop, I'll take that.
You can't win a game with 5 turnovers, dude.
Yeah, absolutely.
I love you guys, man.
We love you too, Will, although you're MIA. We haven't seen you in these parts.
Lately.
So this was interesting. Did you see after the game someone asked Rivera, I guess, about how long the leash is with Dwayne Haskins? I thought he would say something like he's our quarterback for the year, but he was like, he does have a point or something, a point of where he would pull him.
Yeah, he's like, he's going to have rookie mistakes and everything. And this game was a really, really bad game for him. But it's going to happen. I mean, he hasn't started a full season of football yet in the pros. So, we're going to have games like this. It's going to happen.
Yeah. You and I talked about this a little bit.
Yeah.
Do you think that going into this, Ron Rivera had a serious conversation with Danny Snyder and was like, dude, this year is our preseason? Because he's not calling timeouts at end of games.
2 games in a row. Yeah.
He's not risking serious injuries to people. Like, they immediately said Chase Young was out when apparently that's not. Unless they changed it today, it wasn't going to be a serious injury. Did you hear anything different?
Yeah, nothing different.
If you were trying to win playoffs and everything, you would be using your timeouts, and then if your star player was a little nicked, I don't know if you'd be that quick to say he's out of the game. Maybe you would. I don't know.
Maybe
this early in the season.
I mean,
but
when we saw Chase Young,
to believe that he's not really trying to win anything this season.
Yeah.
And he's already got a free pass for the season.
Yeah, I think you're right. He knows there's so many holes to fill, like almost the entire offensive line.
Yeah.
Skill players. We got a guy from Last Chance U out there playing wide receiver. Where'd this guy come from?
I knew he was on the squad, but I haven't seen him until now. Is he like just rotating dudes in and featuring them to see what we've got? Because I kind of feel that way too. Like it's preseason. I mean,
it really is our 3rd preseason game right now. And then going into the 4th with the Ravens this coming weekend. We had no preseason whatsoever. He has no idea who a lot of these guys are. So he's got to figure it out sometime. And maybe next time we'll have somebody else, Cam Sims or somebody go in there. I don't know how he's going to do that, but it's really going to be interesting. And maybe he's not going to do it for the whole season. Maybe he's going to go for like half a season. Then he's like, all right, here we go. because I can't imagine if Dwayne Haskins is so bad as he was in this past game that he would let him go beyond 8 games this year and just have to pull him.
Yeah.
But who do you have? You got Kyle Allen, who's borderline backup already, and we've got Alex Smith, who may not be able to take one single hit on that repaired leg. So maybe it's Dwayne Haskins' year.
And then other people are talking about this Kyle Allen dude, thinking that he should be the starter. I say just leave Haskins in.
Yeah.
We're not winning anything this season. If you think we are, then... I mean, if we do, that's fine, but I don't think that that's the goal of the season. I think the goal is to see what our team members. What?
Aaron, the Redskins are the Washington football team is in first place in the NFC East. So don't forget that.
Hold on, dude. I have to deal with a text real quick. Go ahead and talk about Isaiah Wright a little more.
So Isaiah Wright was on the show Last Chance U, which Aaron had never heard of before. He thought I just said he was like Last Chance U, and that was like something witty. Maybe I got from ESPN or watching the Dan Patrick show or something of that nature. But no, I said he's literally from Last Chance U, and somebody else in the peanut gallery here on the Discord channel said the same thing. And I don't know. I guess we'll see. I mean, he had a good game for being someone that no one's ever heard of except for from a TV show. Inman caught 2 touchdowns, although it sounds like he may be hurt and he may be out for a bit as well. We'll have to see about that. But yeah, we have some awful problems going on the offensive line, and those guys are well, I mean, it's make or break it time for Haskins. But as Aaron's about to point out, Haskins wasn't like Aaron. What do you think of Haskins' performance with all the balls that he was overthrowing and whatnot?
My untrained quarterback coaching eye says that he was either not putting enough touch under the balls so that they would, arc in like they're supposed to, or he was overthrowing people. There's no happy. He couldn't find that medium where he like arced it in. It was either over or too flat. Or at their feet, like the one that Inman tried to pull in, and they were like, Inman. Speaking of Inman with 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns.
After we were saying he should have been.
He found a niche spot like Isaiah Wright did.
Yeah. Isaiah Wright. Oh, yeah, and the Schweitzer brothers.
Oh, yeah. We don't want to forget the Schweitzer brothers in the interior offensive line.
So during the game, the course of the game, somehow we coined the 3 dudes, Wes, and Chase, the Schweitzer brothers. So that's what they're going to be here forever known as at Harry Hog Football. Those 3 guys, the Schweitzer brothers on the interior of the line.
Chase, Wes, and Wes.
Chase, Wes, and Wes. The Schweitzer brothers.
Schweitzer brothers. Hello, my name is Wes Schweitzer.
The Schweitzer brothers, I mean, yes. Are they the greatest offensive line in the history of the game? No.
Nope.
Did that affect Dwayne Haskins? Sure, sometimes.
Probably, yeah.
To the point where it affected his brain, so he always thought he had no time to throw. He wasn't stepping into passes, and therefore he was like doing this weird 3/4 sidearm a bunch of the time. And although that one fumble was not his fault, remember? Oh wait,
the one from Myles Garrett.
Wait, did they ended up fumbling that? Remember the one to Antonio Gibson where Gibson jumped?
Oh yeah, Gibson jumped up in the air like when a wide receiver jumps up to catch the ball and they don't have to.
Yeah, he jumped up and that made the mesh point was off between the handoff and the The handoff.
I always imagine Gary Clark being the guy who always jumped all the time when he didn't have to. I think it's because he's short.
Gary Clark.
Gary Clark and Junior.
David Herzing is in the Discord chat.
Hey.
I'm looking to the side as if I have to because it shows up right here on our screen. Excuse me, I had to burp. Anyway, what else? What do we want to talk about in this game? Turnovers was the key to the game, and there was one point in the game where we went away from the run pretty much the entire third quarter, second quarter. Don't remember. But
Started the second quarter.
Yeah, we completely went away from the run, and we started to come back to it, and that's when we came back and took the lead.
Right, which is what we would complain about with Jay Gruden all the time. Go back to the run.
Yeah, and
But we got the Schweitzer brothers, dude.
The Schweitzer brothers dude, they weren't doing so bad on the run.
Yeah, altogether. I mean, linemen, most linemen, maybe all linemen, much rather block on the run than block for passing.
All right, where's I'm in here. I'm trying to pull up the stats. And all of a sudden, I got a killer headache. Okay, let's see.
You need a vacation.
I need a BC. That's the time to take BC. Or was it Goody? When you gotta keep going. And the pain keeps growing. That's the time to take BC.
I take BC headache powder.
And they're it's basically like an asprin and a Tylenol, like crushed up into powder
form.
So your body doesn't have to break it down.
So you can eat it like it's a pixie stick. Go on, try it. It'll taste the same.
I bet it does.
I bet it does too. You got to mix it in with your sweet tea, dude.
Dude, why can't we not get good stats on Washington, whatever their site is.com? That's the time to take BC. All right, let's go. Here we go. Game Center. The Game Center. We're at the Game Center. The Game Center. All right, box score. Here we go, dude. And here, let's just. Here we go. Box score. Let's take a look at the box score. Brought to you by BC. Headache powders. And the Washington football team's official website. Why is it showing the Cardinals? Dude, you know how messed up their webpage is? Literally, watch. I'll click on the Game Center for the Browns game, and it brings me to the Cardinals. I'm not even kidding. Yeah, dude, I just did it. Hold on, schedule.
And you guys that are watching us on YouTube and whatnot.
Schedule, watch. You see
us on the schedule.
You see Cardinals. Me on Browns? I don't know if you can see my cursor, can you? See me on Browns?
Yeah.
Game Center.
Latest on game day. Oh, no, it says the Browns at the top. It said Cardinals a minute ago, though.
Oh, maybe I did mess it up. All right, hold
Probably.
on. So I click on Game Center here, right? Well, that says Browns. Okay, maybe I did mess it up. No, look. See? I just click on box score and it goes to Cardinals.
What?
You saw it. Watch. All right. This is how messed up their website is. I'm going to show you one more time.
Score. Yeah.
All right, well, I've got to go back out. Watch. I got to go back out. All right, I'm at the Browns, right? Browns game day. Watch. Box score.
I'm getting a headache.
And look what it says now. We can't get the box score for the Browns game. It takes us to the Cardinals. Their links are all jacked up, so they obviously haven't fired their inept web people. We don't have any. Maybe we could go to another site. ESPN or something. ESPN. Browns. Stats. Cleveland Browns versus Washington. Here we go. Washington. Oh, and by the way, the Browns are over 500, and guess what we are as a franchise now? As a
Under
franchise.
500.
Yeah.
Under 500 for the first time in a long time.
Yeah.
It's got to be a really long time because, like, in the 60s, we lost, like, every game.
Yeah. All right, so ESPN has higher quality caliber people running their website.
That's because they take BC.
We had the same first downs. We're identical in almost every category. Look at this. Identical in first downs. 12 by passing, 6 by rushing, 1 from penalties. They were 5 penalties third down efficiency, we were 5 for 11, which is better than their 5 for 14. We were 1 for 1
I
on
saw that 5 for
fourth.
14 stat, and I was kind of surprised by that.
You see the difference in the game so far? So that's even.
Yeah.
Total yards, us by a little bit. Total drives, us by 1. Total yards by play, us by 2.2 of yard. It's super even. Passing,
Except.
we had a lot more passing yards.
Yeah.
Except rushing, we had over 100. They had 158. We had over 100 on 22 carries. That's 4.7 per carry. That is pretty good, dude. You could do that. You can win games.
It was all turnovers, man. All turnovers just completely cost us that game.
Here we go.
And not doing the timeouts at the end of the game as well.
There it is. 5 turnovers, 2 fumbles, and 3 picks to their 0.
Yeah.
There's nothing really else to say. And I would say Haskins was responsible for 4 of those.
He was responsible for all 3 of his picks. That ended up in 21 points coming the other way.
Yeah, it wasn't like one that bounced off a receiver's hands and landed like one of those straight up ones that's up for grabs.
Yeah.
I mean,
he just had a bad game. I mean, do we know whether he's a great quarterback or not? I don't know. Seems like he's got a lot of growing pains to get through his feet. He can't stop shuffling his feet all the time. He's staring down receivers. I know they talked ad nauseum about that after the game, and they were right.
Big Smooth.
Big smooth. Jason Campbell, Big Smooth.
And he's sitting in his kitchen.
I know, right? He's just sitting in his kitchen. He's got some random Redskins picture up there behind him, right about there. Like someone just like found it on the wall and like stuck it behind him for the camera.
And he had like this cordless phone base. I'm like, man, he still has a cordless phone up in there. Like just sitting.
Yeah, weird.
Like all 1999 style. Anyway, I don't know what else to talk about the game except for I was encouraged. The offense was playing better. I thought we took the lead to begin the game, and then we had fumbles. Something bites us every week. This time it was the fumbles,
right,
and the interceptions, turnovers.
Yeah,
I think we would have won that game otherwise. And
we didn't like seeing Chase Young get that groin tweak, and obviously Matt Ioannidis, who broke his arm.
Yeah, his bicep, I thought.
His bicep ripped. How about that? What a heck of an injury is that? Wow.
Yeah, according to Sean N., who reported it first on the Harry Hog Discord channel, per ESPN, he's out for the year, which sucks.
Yeah, really does. I mean, we've got Tim Settle, but he's not Matt Ioannidis.
What I heard was that Chase Young's injury could be 2 to 3 weeks. Did you hear anything different?
Nope. Okay.
Yeah. Dr. Death was on the field twice.
Oh, yeah. Never good.
No socks. All black, no socks.
Maybe she has on like those little like hidden socks, like micro socks. You just can't see them in her shoes. Maybe she has on, I don't know.
Anyway,
Dr. Death's micro socks. Coming to an REI near you. Josh sighting.
But was he induced?
I heard him on I think it was ABC CBS broadcast.
Did he say was he induced?
He did not. I had on the Sunday ticket, the NFL Red Zone.
They're not allowed to call it that anymore.
They're not?
You're not allowed to use the word red when describing anything.
Oh, my bad.
Come on.
Excuse me.
Dude, we're only 2 eps away from our 500th. Are we going to do anything special for that, or are we too lazy?
We'll see. We'll see what comes up.
Who are we playing that game? I haven't even looked that far ahead. We got the Ravens this week.
Right.
And I would look on Washington football team's website. Oh, we got the Rams.
The Rams. Huh.
With Sean McVay, who I thought should have been coach, but
yeah.
The Rams. Yeah, so I guess the Cowboys blew their game, huh? Or just lost or got beat. I didn't really see what
They
happened.
lost their game, which is funny because that Lockett guy for Seattle got all Leon Ledded on the touchdown. He was like slowing down, and the guy from the Cowboys came up behind him and punched the ball out at like the 1 foot line, and it went out of bounds. It went out of bounds in the end zone. So they lost a touchdown there.
That's funny
So it was a lot
because
closer
we were talking earlier in the day about how we thought that was a dumb rule that you should just get it back at the 1. But
Really, yeah.
Unless someone covers it.
Right. Oh yeah, yeah.
But and they still lost even though they gave them a free touchdown.
Gave him a free touchdown, basically.
Okay. And then
the
the
Eagles
Eagles
lost?
tied. No, the
Eagles tied. That's right. The Eagles
with
tied.
the Bengals. The Bengals had a 14-game losing streak away from home, and then they broke that streak by tying the Eagles.
That's the same team we tied. We tied the Bengals a couple years ago in London.
Tie. Let's just call it a tie. Let's just call it a tie, y'all, and head home. Sound good?
Oh,
tie.
man.
Tie is
Tie.
for soccer.
Tie is for soccer.
It's the gentleman thing to do if no one's winning at the end of the game. Just call it a tie. Nope.
All right, let's go into game balls and kicking the balls on this one.
And now, the coveted and ever elusive Game Ball Award.
Game Ball Award is brought to you by
Tie.
The Schweitzer Brothers.
The Schweitzer Brothers.
The Schweitzer Stank.
The Schweitzers.
All right, so
game ball, dude.
you can go first since you weren't on the last ep.
I'm gonna give it to the Wahoo, Dontrell Inman. 2 touchdown day.
Really, you're giving it to Inman?
He had 2 touchdowns.
You were just saying he should have been cut the week before.
I did, and I thought he should have been. He looked like he was like playing AAA baseball with like pros. So, yeah, Inman, he had a good game. Good on him.
All right, that's a good one. Then that leaves my other one wide open. Montez Sweat had a huge game.
Yeah.
And I don't know his stats or anything because you guys know that I don't pay attention to that. I just get the feel for players during the game usually.
Josh, what are his stats?
He was all over the place, dude.
He had 3 tackles, 4 assists.
Dude.
And a sack. And a sack attack.
Oh, man.
He was everywhere.
He was.
So he gets my game ball, but I want to give a mini game ball to Isaiah Wright because that dude, it was like the Isaiah Wright show. And you guys, I don't know who it was in the chat. Sean in maybe. Someone was like, he was from Last Chance U. And I'm like, what is that? And then you explained it to me. But I had no idea.
You had no idea. You didn't even know it was a show. Apparently it was on for 6 seasons. I just remember hearing about it like on ESPN and whatnot. NBC Washington.
The Schweitzer Brothers.
The Schweitzer Brothers.
Oh, yeah. It was Sean in. He said during the game on the Discord chat, which we popped in during the game quite a bit. He said, I knew Isaiah Wright was going to be good from watching him in Last Chance U. Anyway, he gets my mini game ball for like being featured on this week's episode of the Washington Redskins football team.
Hail to the team, man. Hail to the team.
HTT
TT.
T. HTTTT. HTTFT. People on the gridiron. Fight for all DC. All right, let's see here. Should we go into the kicks?
Yeah, let's
Time
do it.
for this week's Kicking the Balls Award.
This week's Kicking the Balls Award is brought to you by nobody. Harry Hog Football, the original Redskins Fans podcast. Almost 500 episodes.
Almost 500 episodes going strong.
If you include our supplementals, I think we're actually over 500.
We might be.
Like the video one where you like did the straight on kick at the beach blitz.
Yeah. It was
had to
my
pull
Mark
that.
Mosley moment, man.
It's no longer on the interwebs because for us to get our podcast on Spotify, they weren't allowing videos. So I pulled the videos. That means P and Trains is off of there too.
That's too bad.
Actually, I think P and Trains is still on YouTube. It's our most
It might
watched
be.
episode with you walking through the subway saying P and Trains over and over and over.
That's all you could smell.
And
You
then
could
that
smell
guy,
pee
like,
and trains.
I remember some guy came up and was like, "Would you guys just get back from the game?"
Oh, yeah. Some random guy. And we were like, yeah.
Anyway, P and Trains, Schweitzer Brothers.
Schweitzer.
Kicking the Balls Award. Am I going first?
I think we just need to do a humongous collective one for Dwayne Haskins because it was by far his worst game ever. Out of all 9 games he started. So we got to pick somebody else.
You know what I'm
We
saying?
can pick someone for Josh. Josh
All right,
can
I'm-
give Terry McLaurin one because McLaurin
Didn't get 100 yards.
didn't catch a touchdown.
All right, so I got to give another kick.
All right. Yeah.
That was going to be my kick because I couldn't.
It was such. How could you that's a game everyone had to do that kick. It was just
All right.
It was just massive.
All right, well, while I'm thinking of my second one, go ahead.
I really can't give it to well. That's
Oh, I know
not
who
true.
mine is.
Never mind.
I figured mine out.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm giving mine to Dustin Hopkins for missing an extra point.
You hate kickers so much,
Well, when they miss an extra point,
dude.
that was a huge
so many
moment
people.
in the game.
Someone else that same day missed 2 extra points in a game.
You know what I have to say about that, dude?
Ah!
There's like 12 million colleges in this country and 18 billion soccer teams worldwide. We can't find some dude that consistently can kick it through uprights that are like 20 feet wide or whatever they are.
I know, dude. I mean, seriously. I know.
That's all he does. He shows up and practices kicking in kickoffs, and then on the kickoff, he almost kicked it through.
Oh, yeah, with the 15 yards attached to it.
Yeah, and you were like, that was a weak kick. And I was like, well, no, that was a different time. Oh,
That's exactly what I said. Because I said that was a weak kick, and you were like, yeah, but it was 15 yards back because Inman got up when he caught one of his touchdowns and was just like, yeah.
that dude's face.
Right in that dude's face.
You a powder
Right
puff.
in his face.
You a powder puff.
Powder puff.
We had this football game back in the 90s. It was like so cheesy. It was on was it even on PlayStation 1?
I think it was PlayStation 1. It might be
and you would
might have been
tackle
in the-
people. You a
Yeah.
powder puff.
You're a powder puff. This is my house.
This is my house. Anyway, I don't even remember what that game was called. You powder puff.
Powder puff.
All right, who are you giving your kick to?
It's a hard. Oh, I know exactly who my kick's going to. You know who it is? Troy Apke. He sucks, man. He still can't get his angles right. He just sucks. He just sucks.
Oh, you know who else had a sucky game that I want to give another kick to? Actually, I'm changing my kick.
Whoa.
It's going to number 26, Collins.
Oh, man. Yeah. Our safeties were terrible in that game.
Safeties are. I thought that Collins was going to be better than he is, but there was one time where he did like a pirouette. He was like, and fell down.
Like a soccer player. Like a soccer defender. He's like trying to dance around to get under a ball to head it or something like that. He's just like, whoa.
Yeah, he had a bad game.
What's going on?
Really bad game.
Like Landon Collins just looks lost. I don't know what's going on.
Not as bad as Apke, though.
Apke's nowhere. I swear, during training camp, people were like, Apke's speed is really surprising people. I guess people thought he was like the slowest guy ever because he's average. He's average free safety. Like everyone's running by this guy all the time. Man, you suck, dude. He just sucks. Brian Mitchell's got to be. Brian Mitchell just probably hates the fact that he wears his number.
Probably.
Play some damn football. You sucked on the field today.
All right. I've had enough. I'm not going to bust on Apke anymore.
Apke.
Time.
Troy Apke. Anyway.
Apke.
All right, so what else do we want to talk about? Anything? If you want to watch, the game comes back on in like an hour. I think they re-show it it might even be on now, 6 or 7 on NBC Washington.
Right, yeah.
And you can see how bad Apke was, how bad Collins was, how bad Haskins was, how good or bad the Schweitzer brothers were. And you can see the Isaiah Wright show is what I like to call
that's true. Yep.
I don't really have anything else to say about this game except it was disappointing. We did fight to come back, but then the stupid turnovers killed it.
Yeah.
And do we want to talk about the the timeouts situation anymore?
I think we already did.
We don't understand it.
Yeah. We do not understand it.
I mean, we had like over 3 minutes left and we were still within 2 scores.
I don't understand how a coach expects his team to follow him if they know he's going to give up before the game's over.
Yeah, and then saying that he wants the team he wants to see the fight in the team.
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense.
I don't know. I mean, it may be a means to an end. I'm sure it is in his mind.
Yeah, but I mean, we have witnessed comebacks in the last 3 minutes of a game. Look at Dallas the week before. Look at us against Dallas with the Santana Moss game. There was less than 3 minutes when we scored those 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, look at any team against the Atlanta Falcons the last 2 weeks.
Look at any team in history that probably have at least one game where they scored 2 touchdowns in 2 minutes. I'm just saying.
Yeah, really.
But it wasn't going to happen anyway because he wasn't doing anything down the field. Maybe he was afraid the Schweitzer brothers were going to get Haskins killed if they started to try to light it up down the field. I don't know.
That's the only thing I can think of too, because they're really trying to get him to get the ball out of his hands quickly. But if he keeps staring guys down, I mean, linebackers are picking him off. You know, the people that were picking him off weren't like running, like I think at least 2 of the 3 picks were like guys just standing still.
How many sacks did they have on us? Did you see that?
Let's see. Sacks. Josh, do you have the sack stat?
Oh, here it is.
Do you have any sack stat? Twice? 3 times?
2.
3 times. 3. No, you're right. No. Sheldon Richardson had 1 and Myles Garrett had 2, including the strip sack.
Oh, so they had 3 sacks and we only sacked them twice? Is that how I read that stat?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. But still, 3 sacks is not horrible for the Schweitzers.
No,
So-
we yeah. That's it. So
The Schweitzers gave up 3. I mean, that's respectable, I guess. Schweitzers and company. And I think Duran was responsible for at least one of them. Duran
was responsible for the strip sack. All right, dude. Let's wrap this thing up.
You love Duran.
Yeah, not as much as you do.
Speaking of, when are we going to see this other dude, Sadiq Charles, that we got in the 2nd or 3rd round? I forget. I want to see what he can do over there.
Yeah.
You heard anything about his injury?
Nope.
Nope.
But was he induced?
But was he induced?
Oh, yeah. What about, we got to give a mini kick in the balls for speaking of induced. Ryan Kerrigan.
Oh, dude.
On the
all
obvious, we're
people.
trying to draw you off sides here at this point in the game. I forget the situation. Like, was it at the end of the game and they were out at the end of the half and they were out of field goal range or something, but didn't want to punt? And he completely jumped.
He completely jumped. I don't know. And again, that might be inattention from players because they're thinking, it doesn't matter what I do. If the coach isn't going to call timeouts, try to finish the game. So.
Oh, by the way, Sean N said that it was season 5 if we want to see Isaiah Wright.
he get to East Mississippi Valley State Squirrels or something. I don't know.
Dude, didn't Jerry Rice go to some small school like that?
Maybe Southern Miss.
It's probably a lot bigger school, and the people that went there what, dude? Don't confuse us with that community college. But anyway, all right. Enough about Isaiah Wright. I guess let's round this thing out. There's the music. All right, dude. I'd like to give a shout out to everybody in the chat room, which today is no other than David Herzig. I hope we were streaming on YouTube. I guess we were.
We were. Check. Your head is huge, by the way, dude. It's massive.
Thank you. I think I don't even have anything else to say in the outro except for joke the Cowboys and the Eagles, and look on the bright side, we're in first place still somehow after 2 debacles.
Yep.
And we got the Ravens. It's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, I guess Battle of the Beltway or I have no idea. Whatever.
I think the Battle of the Beltway series is actually pretty even.
It is, yeah.
Anyway, we'll talk to you guys later. Hail to the Redskins and the Washington football team. And if you see a Cowboys fan,
you know what to do. Yoga! He's still in first place. Yeah.